Welcome back, boys and girls. Another weekend, another competition. Yes, we're going back out. Last competition got a little heated up, and at this point, we don't really trust each other with a stopwatch. So we decided to get a referee, my wife, and then trying to make things more even and more fair and have some supervision where nobody can cheat. And I crushed it. Just to make things more interesting, we decided to take different guns this time. Here are the guns for this competition. On the top, we have DPMS AR-15 in 223, and then we have Tristar setter in 20 gauge over and under. We decided to go with over and under because Joseph 말이 이상해. Here are the guns for this competition. On the top, we have AR-15 by DPMS in 223. And then we have setter by Tristar in 20 gauge over and under. The reason we went with over and under is Joseph didn't have a chance to shoot this yet since I got it last year. And just to make the competition more competitive. And then we have largest Glock. This is G40 in 10 millimeter. And then we have Taurus 7 shooter in 357 Magnum. But like an idiot, I forgot to bring extra barrel for my scope. And that died after like 10 minutes. So we had to take this off the competition. So we decided to shoot 4 targets with these 3 guns. Main purpose of the competition was just like last week, was to have fun but practice gun safety. So all the shooting took place from a tree stand on the platform, and everything was shooting down toward the ground. And we had no targets beyond 50 yards, so it was very safe, contained environment. Now the rules were that we had 4 targets out there. We had 2 in 20 yards, and we had 1 in 40 and 1 in 50 yards. And as I mentioned, because 357 Magnum was not shootable due to the battery issue, so we had 3 guns to shoot. So we had to hit each target twice with different gun, except for the last 2 targets that you could pick any gun you want to hit it 2 targets. Now, every time when my wife says start, we had to start with an empty magazine, load it up, shoot the targets, unload the magazine, open the chamber, leave the gun, and then we move on to the next gun until we come to the last gun where we empty it. After we remove the magazine, when we empty it, we call it stop. And that's when it stopped. Well, I don't want to bore you with the whole competition. But the first competition, as usual, I went first, and my time was 2 minutes, 38 seconds, 0.28. And my son's record was 2 minutes, 35 seconds, and 20 seconds. So he beat me by 3 seconds. And then I decided to let him go first so I could have a little bit of better edge. And you could watch the rest of this competition where I crushed it.
Ready, set, go.
Miss. Miss. Hit. Miss. Hit. Hit.
Time.
2:27:25. Set. Go.
뭐야?
I'm going with third target.
Stop.
빨랐는데?
And lastly, like always, thank God for what you have. Enjoy your life with what you got, but mostly love your family and have some fun loving them. See ya.